Anyways, so today we've got John Deere coming out sometime this morning. We're not entirely sure when, but sometime this morning they'll be out to do the software update on the 8530 and to install JDLink on that tractor also. And as far as what else we're going to do, more than likely deliver seed, but we're going to play that all by ear, and also hopefully get that tender build completely finished up today. For those of you that don't know what JDLink is and what I'm talking about, JDLink is a feature that uses a MTG box that they install on the tractor, and an MTG is a modular telematics gateway. And basically it's like a wireless hotspot for your tractor almost, but we're producing like a Wi-Fi signal so that it can connect to John Deere Operations Center, which is what we use to manage all of our data with. So this will allow remote data transfer. We don't have to manually do that. Now it will automatically transfer off that monitor and up into the cloud on Operations Center, and also give machine analytics along with machine diagnostics and any codes that were to come up. It will automatically, I believe, inform our John Deere dealer if we have any issues that come up, and they will contact us if we do not see those codes, or if we go on the diagnostics and see those codes, and contact our John Deere dealer, and they can remote in and see what's going on before they come out and do a service call on it. And speaking of remoting in, with the JDLink, we can actually remote into our displays ourselves, which is actually pretty cool. We have JDLink on the combine, and when I was running grain cart, I'm able to log onto my phone onto JDLink and remote into the combine display and see what the yield maps look like. I can't push any of the buttons on the screen, but I can call Dad up, so say if he has an issue or I have an issue, either one of us can remote into each other's displays and walk us through over the phone what buttons we need to push in order to fix the issues that we're having. Sorting seed and getting seed around here. John Deere is here. They actually had to do one this morning, so that's why they are here now at 1 o'clock. So John Deere is working on the 85 right now, getting that good to go. He said it shouldn't take long at all, and then they got to take it outside and do a calibration for the auto steer then, and link it up to the JDLink network. Dad is working on loading up some seed right now. That way we can take that over to a customer here shortly once John Deere is done, and once we hear back from a neighboring rep to finish up another guy that we can hopefully get from him and swap with him to finish that guy up. Also got beans sent over the other neighboring rep that we treat beans with, and he actually stopped by and picked those up, so we still have to take another, I think, four or six boxes yet for him to treat. The guy from John Deere is working on getting the JDLink linked up and the auto steer calibrated and get that going correctly. And Dad and Grandpa took seed down to one of our customers that said he was ready for seed. So I'm just hanging out here until the guy from John Deere gets done, and we'll work on figuring out what other beans we need to take over to get treated. And basically tomorrow we're going to end up treating all of our beans and get that done and get a whole bunch of seed out of here, because that's what a lot of what we're waiting on is to get treated, and that way we can get that delivered and out of here and finally get pretty caught up on getting seed out the door then. While I wait for the guy from John Deere to get finished up with the 8530, I went ahead and painted up these brackets that we made for the van trailer. And these are going to be for hanging the 3-inch hose on the bottom and the 2-inch hose on the top. And this will be all down the side of the trailer for hanging the discharge hoses on. So once those dry and we put those on and get the hoses hooked up and then fix the lights on the back of the trailer, then that trailer is good to go. So I just got done talking with the guy from John Deere, and he was on the phone with our AMS guy. And he said that he figured out what the issue was with the auto steer. Some of the controllers on that tractor are up to date, whereas some of them are not up to date. And the problem is with the 30 series, you can't just go through and select a controller and update it. You have to go through and do each one individually, no matter if they're updated or not. So he's got to go through every single controller on that tractor and make sure they're all up to date. And then the auto steer should be dialed in and working great then. Well, that did it. So that is awesome. So now finally I can fine tune the auto steer and get that dialed in perfectly. And while he's here, I'm just gonna have him go through and update all the globes and make sure all the software is up to date on all of those. So he already did the 6000 that's on the 8530, and I'm having him go ahead and update the 3000 that goes on the 4650. The guy from John Deere finished up, and the JDLink is all set up and ready to go. The 6000's updated, the 3000's updated, and we are all set and ready to go. So until Dad and Grandpa get back here, I'm going to go ahead and wash this globe and wax it and get it all cleaned up and shiny, and possibly work on installing the globe and the monitor depending on what time it is and what's going on in the 4650 then. Well, that looks a lot better after a little wash and wax for that. Now that is all set and ready to go for the 4650, along with the 2630 there. So eventually, possibly today, if not tomorrow, I'll get that put in the 4650, and that tractor is all set and ready to plant corn. I'll go ahead and pull the 8530 back into shop then, and give it a wash sometime here and a wax before planting, and go through and detail the inside of the cab also. So there's the wiring harness for the JDLink, and the Ethernet cable gets run around here and plugs right into there, just like how the one on the combine does. There's the antenna for the JDLink. The cable, as you can see there, just runs down the side of the cab and then runs right there inside to the 2630 then. Aha, there we go. See, before this advanced auto track settings, these were all grayed out, so I could not adjust the acquire sensitivity and the line tracking sensitivity, because these definitely need to be boosted up a little bit. So that's cool. That's finally fixed. So now that the JDLink is active, I should be able to see on my phone, on the My John Deere app or My Operations Center app, where the tractor is, and yep, there it is. I don't know if you guys can see that or not on the phone, but that's working. Pretty awesome. Now, we were told by our AMS guy that we can actually put this in the 4650. There, in my opinion, is really absolutely no reason to put it in the 4650, because that is a 1983 tractor, and it is not going to do it any good to get any machine analytic data off that tractor at all. And the planter that tractor pulls, the computer on that planter is just old enough that the 2630 or 2600 for that matter would not even recognize it. And you can update that so that it can recognize it on a monitor, but for us there's really no benefit to doing that, because we just run everything through the 2020 on the planter, so there's really no need for coverage maps with the planter through the 2630, because we get all that data off the 2020. Now eventually, with a updated planter someday in the near future, that would be pretty cool to have, but to spend that money on that planter, there's really no benefit in my opinion, because we get all the maps off the 2020 anyways. It's like winter round 3 out here right now. Just what we need. Snow. Oh my god. We still have to take 6 more boxes over to that neighboring rep tomorrow, and we'll treat all the beans over there at his place tomorrow. And as we start treating beans, we'll end up getting a full load of one number that actually goes to a customer, and we'll end up just taking all those directly to him. That way we don't have to bring them all back here, offload them, and then have to load them again and take them over to his place. So we'll end up just taking them directly from that neighboring rep straight down to his place and unloading them there. So tomorrow we're going to end up treating beans all day and delivering seed, and that's basically going to be how tomorrow is going to play out. So anyways guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. All of those are linked down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.